Hey you guys, it's Peter, and welcome to my channel, Peter's Reality TV Recaps and Opinions, but not for long, and we'll get to that in just a second, because it is a very windy day outside, and when it's a windy day, that means it's the winds of change. The winds of change. So we're going to make some changes to this channel, but I'm going to get to that in just a second, because I have very important news to announce. Very important news. I woke up this morning very, very early. That's a lie. Straight from the pit of hell. I stayed up way late last night finishing Fear the Walking Dead. I finally finished it. Finished all 8 seasons. And then I started season 7 of The Walking Dead, which is where I left off years ago. Gonna finish The Walking Dead. Gonna finish all The Walking Dead shows. I'm so excited about it. So, well, actually, I went back in and I watched the last episode of season 6, and then I watched the first episode of season 7 so that I could remember what was going on, because it's been so long since I watched it. And it was weird, you know, because Dwight was just at the very end of Fear the Walking Dead, and then Dwight was in The Walking Dead. But with Negan, and I was like, what is going on? What is going on? Dwight's all over the place. But anyway, we're going to get to that in just a second. And so I went to bed very late last night, and I woke up very late today. And I got up, and I did my morning routine and the whole 9 yards. I've been out here drinking some coffee, just filmed a Peterisms video over on my Peterisms channel, read some meditations, talked about being so scared of the world and things like that. And I started getting text messages from people talking about Gary, Jerry, and the Golden Bachelor. I was like, why are all these people texting me about Gary, Jerry, the Golden Bachelor? And then I got onto my Instagram, and I literally got no less than like 30 DMs from people. And these are my favorite. Oh, there's my favorite neighbors. Hey, how are you? I'm yelling about the Golden Bachelor.
Oh, I know we haven't watched it.
You haven't watched it? Now, see, you said I'm yelling, so all these people will be like, Peter's yelling at his neighbors, but everybody tells me they like it.
Everybody I've talked to.
She said everybody that she's talked to, see? It's beautiful today, isn't it?
Great. It's going to be prettier tomorrow.
I know, it's like in the 70s.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
It's about time.
And the eclipse was fun at the pool. Wasn't that so much fun?
I love
It was so good seeing you guys. You're the ones that got me to go down there. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have been down there.
it. I'm glad you went.
I'm so thankful to you guys for that. Thank you so much. Have a good one.
We're going to have mocktails and cocktails soon with the pool.
Okay, I'm going to start showing up to all the mocktails and cocktails things, too. Okay. Have a good one. They're so sweet. They're like this. Anyway, I went up to the eclipse thing, and had all these people come up to me, and they're like, oh my God, we missed you being out on your front porch filming videos and stuff. Everybody thinks, they're like, oh, my Peter's neighbors hate him being on his front porch filming videos. They get such a kick out of it. They're always like asking me like what I'm talking about and stuff like that. So anyway, what I'm talking about is the Golden Bachelor. And I got like 30, so Zachary Michael, if y'all don't know Zachary Michael, he's a good GD of mine, and he texted me about it, and I go, oh yeah, I just got up and I got like 30 DMs about it. He goes, aren't you popular? I'm just not getting 30 DMs about Amberlynn Reed and Chantal Fieldy Beauty. That's just the difference, Zachary. Okay, you're probably getting 60 DMs about all that. But anyway, and I get DMs about the Golden Bachelor, Gary Jerry. Now, people always get so confused. They're like, why do you call him Gary Jerry? Well, I call him Gary Jerry because his name is Gary, but he spells it G-E-R-R-Y, okay? Which to me looks like Jerry with a G, but you spell Jerry with a J, right? But apparently he came out and he said that's the German way that you spell Gary Jerry. But somebody, when I said that on a video, they said, I live in Germany and we don't spell Gary Jerry. We don't spell it that way. So I don't know what he's talking about. So yet another lie that the Golden Bachelor, so we know that Gary Jerry, the Golden Bachelor, is the liar straight from the pit of hell. He's the biggest liar in the entire world, okay? After the finale and all that stuff, did you see before he got married to Teresa, it came out that he said he hadn't kissed a woman since his wife had died, and he had been in like 3 relationships or something. I don't even remember. But he had been in one where the woman lived with him, and then he would never pay for a date, and he always like split the dates and things like that. And then he like allegedly like body shamed her and all this kind of stuff. And then he told her she had to move out, and he kicked her out and all that kind of stuff. Probably because he knew it was going on the Golden Bachelor and things like that, right? And so but he said he never had kissed nobody or had a relationship or anything. And when he was asked about it in interviews afterwards, he was like, no, I'm not going to comment on that. How do you get away with that? How do you get away with just not commenting on anything about that? So anyway, he decided that Teresa was the love of his life on the Golden Bachelor. Teresa, will you accept this rose from Gary Jerry? I was like, Teresa, you better run from the hills, okay? Leslie, I'm telling you right now, Leslie is doing a happy dance in her house today. I know she is, okay? Because it came out all over the internet that Gary Jerry and Teresa are filing for divorce. Apparently, he filed for divorce after 4 months. Probably because he found out that she ain't gonna give him none of that money, okay? Because I said when I was watching The Golden Bachelor, which I absolutely live for, I'm such a huge part of the Bachelor Nation, right? And so, when I was watching The Golden Bachelor, and it was down to like the final women, you know, and all that kind of stuff, when they were doing the Viagra suites, that's what I call the fantasy suites on The Golden Bachelor, the Viagra suites. When they were doing the Viagra suites, right, like, he wasn't really that interested in Teresa, you know? Zip it, Teresa, that Kathy said. He didn't seem that interested in Teresa. He seemed more interested in Leslie and stuff like that. And then he said, so, I don't really know even what you do. And she's like, oh, I have my... The winds of the world! The winds of the world! So she's like, oh, I have my security certificates, and I've been doing securities for years. That's stocks and stuff like that, mutual funds, right? For those of you that don't know. And I don't really know, but she knows, okay? And he knew that she knew, and he knew that she had a lot of money. And then all over the internet, it started putting what her estimated savings and all that kind of stuff was, and it was in the millions. And he knew that, and that's why he picked Teresa, okay? Because he thought that she had a lot of money, and that backs up the story that he cares a lot about money, okay? And that's been kind of proven with Gary Jerry over time. Well, I think what happened was Teresa, she realized that Gary Jerry wanted her to pay for everything. She's like, no, this was not my Golden Bachelor dream of the world. I want to go to Golden Bachelor in Paradise, okay? Teresa wants to go to Golden Bachelor in Paradise, okay? Which I don't know is probably that retirement community in Florida. What's that place called? I watched that documentary about The Villages, where if you put a pineapple upside down, that means you're a swinger and all that kind of stuff. Do you think that's where they'll do Golden Bachelor in Paradise? I bet you they will. I bet you that would be the best if they did Golden Bachelor in Paradise at The Villages, the biggest retirement community in the United States. It's called The Villages. Go look up it online. There's couples that do YouTube videos and all kinds of stuff. It's real weirdly. The wind is so much out here. Like, stop, wind. I know, God, you're upset about Teresa and Gary Jerry, but get over it, okay? We're all going to have to get over it. But that would be so funny if they did the Golden Bachelor in Paradise. And by the way, we don't know who the Golden Bachelorette's going to be yet, but please, could somebody just send him a message? It needs to be Susan. Susan has been on everything. I love Susan. I loved her from the moment she stepped into that mansion. I love Susan so much, okay? They ought to just make her the host of it and get rid of Jesse. I like Jesse for the Bachelor Nation part, but just make Susan the host. I don't even think she really cares if she finds the love of her life. She's just having so much fun, and I love Susan so much. But anyway, so it came out today all over the place that Gary Jerry filed for divorce. Okay, now I'm going to give a shout out to the person. Well, I don't know how to pronounce your name. So many people sent this to me, but here it is from the Today Show. Now, I think they're pretty reputable, so I'll say this, okay? There's my thumbnail. Okay, so it says right here, the Golden Bachelor stars Gary Turner and Teresa Nist announced they are divorcing 3 months. 3 months! Oh my God, that was shorter than Kim Kardashian. After the couple wed in a live television ceremony. And that doesn't say this, but it should, that they probably got paid hundreds of thousands of dollars for, right? They revealed the news in an interview that aired on Friday, April 12th on ABC News, shortly after the finale of The Bachelor, where they both looked bitter as sin, okay? We'll get to that in just a second. Teresa and I have had a number of heart-to-heart conversations. Y'all have only been together 3 months, okay? In the first 3 months of your marriage, you should be, like, doing it every single day, going out to dinner, looking all lovey-dovey in each other's eyes, and thinking about the next trip you're going to take, especially when you're Golden Bachelor or Bachelorette, okay? You shouldn't be having heart-to-heart conversations. You should have had those before you decided to get married. Those are the conversations you have before you get married, okay? This is why I tell people all the time, and my husband does too, get into couples counseling before you ever get married. We wish we had. Okay, that's why we're in it now. Saved our marriage. Teresa and I have had a number of heart-to-heart conversations, and we've looked closely at our situation, our living situation, so forth, and we've kind of come to the conclusion mutually that it's probably time for us to dissolve our marriage, Gary Jerry said in an interview. Did you all ever think about going to marriage counseling? I mean, you literally were on this show, you found the love of your life, you told everybody you were falling in love with them, you were kissing a bunch of women, you took them all to the Viagra suites, and then you decided that you were going to be in love with Teresa for the rest of your life. Did you guys decide in the 3 months that you were together? When did this happen? Y'all just got married and 3 months later you're filing for divorce. That's pretty quick. What happened in that 3 months, okay? Now, you know there's NDAs, non-disclosure agreements, and all kinds of things signed. So Teresa can't come out, okay? But I'm telling you right now, I watched that Bachelor finale with Joey and Kelsey and all that kind of stuff. And I'm telling you right now, when if you go back and you watch that, every time they watch Teresa, Gary Jerry's like this. He is the most posed man I've ever seen in my entire life. Fake. From head to toe, okay? Teresa's like this. Get me out of here. Oh my God, I want out of this marriage. She is like, she had to show up, okay? Because there's a list of things. It's like Miss America and all that kind of stuff. There's a list of engagements that they have to show up to, okay? She looked so bitter at that Bachelor finale. She was like, she knew it was coming. She knew they were getting ready to announce their divorce, okay? So anyway, so get a divorce, ABC News. Juju Chang asked. Yes, Turner replied. We have received so much love and support from so many people who watch The Golden Bachelor, and I don't think we can tell you how many people told us that it gave them so much hope, Teresa said. We want none of that to change for anybody. Well, how would that not change for everybody, Teresa? You found love and fell out of love. Well, this is what kills me about these people. I'm getting ready to do a whole drama video about this on my drama channel one of these days. I'm them fakey ass social media, celebrity couples, and they always say, oh, we're still so much in love, but we just think that we need to go our separate ways. Well, if you're so much in fucking love, then you would work on your relationship, maybe go to some counseling. See, the sun just came down, okay, on that marriage, and on their relationship, and on the truth. The sun just came down, okay? Because if you were so much in love with that person, you wouldn't be filing for divorce after 3 months. You'd be having heart-to-heart conversations about, we need to do everything we possibly can to save this marriage because I still love you and you love me, okay? But they're talking about, like, well, where they live and proximity and things like that. Well, you already knew that when you chose Teresa. And Teresa already knew that when she chose you because you guys did hometowns, okay? Listen, don't fuck with me. I'm part of the Bachelor Nation now. I know how this show works, okay? You went to Leslie's house, okay, in Minneapolis. That was like I said 3 hours, but I guess it's more like 9 hours or something like that in my video. I said that. But that's a closer drive for you. You could have gone up there and been back and forth every other weekend if you had picked Leslie, but no, you chose to pick Teresa. And because you think Teresa had more money than Leslie, let's just call it for what it is, okay? That's the truth, and now after 3 months, y'all are getting divorced. And Teresa don't want anybody to fall out of love because the whole message of The Golden Bachelor is that anybody, even no matter what age you are, that you can still find love and fall in love, okay? See, God came out with the sun, so he's speaking to that, right? And that's what y'all are hoping for, right? Well, just because this fakety couple fell out of love, I don't even believe they were ever in love to begin with. How much did y'all get paid for that wedding? Okay, that's what I want to know. How much did you get paid for that wedding? How much did you get paid for the show? All that kind of stuff. Because to me, this is fakety. And in all honesty, I feel really bad for Teresa. Because I think Teresa woke up and she realized Gary ain't the person I thought he was. And I probably shouldn't have married him. But I felt forced into it because of this. So anyway, Jerry, and Teresa are getting divorced. You think he's going to hit up Leslie now? Leslie's seen his true colors. He better not come knock on my door. Take a step that is new. That's what she'll say. She'll say, take a step that is new. You need to go over there and check out one of them other chicks that were in the mansion. Oh no, Leslie's too smart for that. If that comes out that Leslie and Jerry are dating next, I'm be like, Leslie, I thought you were much brighter than that, okay? And Teresa, I actually thought was much brighter than that too. I did not think they would ever get married. I did not think they would make it to the wedding, but I sure did watch all 2 hours of that marriage with Charity and all that kind of stuff. And who's that guy from Bachelor in Paradise? Braden or Brandon? I like him so much. He was so good on that show. He was so sweet. And he dated like 15 girls and none of them wanted him. And then he ended up with Barbara Mandrell's niece or whatever, Christina Mandrell. And they're engaged. Are they still engaged? Oh no, they fell out of love too. I don't know. I haven't kept up on it. But I can't wait for Bachelor in Paradise. Okay, now let's get to the winds of the change of this channel. Welcome to Peter's Reality TV Recaps and Opinions, better known as, and that's my opinion with Peter Mon, but not for much more, because since the inception of this channel, let's get real serious about this, I didn't know if I should just make this a whole separate video or if I should just include it in this, and I was just like, fuck it, I'm just going to include it in this. Since the inception of this channel, people have been asking me, they're like, oh my god, can you watch this show and cover it? And I'm like, this is reality TV. This is strictly reality TV. We're not doing anything else but reality TV and blah, 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 okay? And then I was like doing these recaps, and people I don't think really love the recaps. They like the drama. They like all the drama that comes out about it, whatever, right? which has been my plan for a while, okay? But them Bravo channels and those Bravo podcasts, those Bravo people, oh my God, they are up at 6 o'clock in the morning reporting about how Kenya Moore's got her peach back and stuff like that. Okay, listen, I got 7 channels. I can't be reporting 7 times a day over here. I just can't. And so, but I want to, and I'm going to be doing more of that drama over here. I'm going to be doing more of the Bravo drama stuff because I live for that, right? Like, they want to just act like, oh, we're coming back for 2025 and Bravo cut. They don't want to act like it has anything to do with the fact that Andy Cohen's involved in this huge scandal and Ramona Singer was saying a bunch of racist things, and maybe it would just be good if we just, you know, we don't even know where Vanderpump Rules is, if it's ever even coming back because it's so bad this season. And the Valley, that's a whole other decision, that they decided to do, right? Because that show, and then Vanderpump Villas, which I'm living for all day long. So they don't really want to say the truth, okay? Is that the reason we're not doing BravoCon 2024 is because Andy Cohen, when they already renewed their contract to do it, because I know that for a fact, right? And call me on it, because I already had multiple people that worked in the industry that told me that their contracts were already renewed. So those contracts were already renewed, not for 2025, but for 2024. So they're not doing it mostly because Andy Cohen is caught in all this scandal right now. Just come out and say it. Say we don't think it's a good year to have BravoCon, you know? Okay. Leah from the Real Housewives of New York, she done fucked BravoCon this year because she came out with all these lawsuits and all this stuff. There's so many lawsuits with Bravo this year. And listen, I'm not saying on which side I stand on. I'm just saying there's a lot of lawsuits, okay, with Bravo this year. What are they going to do? They're going to have a legal panel with Emily Baker. She would live all day long. I love Miss Emily Baker. She's one of my dearest friends in the entire world. I love you, Emily. And Emily would have her own panel there. It would be discussing all the lawsuits of Bravo. I mean, she's already discussed Erica Girardi at length, right? But anyway, so people have been asking me to cover this show. Now, one of the reasons why I wanted to keep it exclusively reality TV over here was because I thought that it would just make a lot of sense. And then when people came over here, they knew this is just reality TV, right? You're only going to find Bravo shows over here. You're only going to find Sister Wives. You're only going to find 1,000-Pound Sisters. You're only going to find reality TV on this channel, right? But I constantly get asked about other shows, and people know that I watch so many shows. So, for example, I keep a list called, for every year, 2024 watch TV shows. I have watched 54 TV shows this year. Let me just give you an example. Some of them are reality TV, and some of them are not. I'll read the majority of them to you. Should I just read them all to you? Okay. Ultimate Girls Trip, Roni Legacy, Natalia Speaks, Canada's Drag Race Season 4, Vanderpump Rules Season 4, The Golden Wedding, Dragula Season 5, Vanderpump Rules Season 5, American Nightmare, Vanderpump Rules Season 6, Below Deck Mediterranean Season 8, Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Vanderpump Rules 7 through 10, Fool Me Once, Safe, Harlan Coben shows, 1,000-Pound Sister Season 5, The Stranger, The Tourist Season 1, Behind Her Eyes, A Murder at the End of the World, La Brea, The Pike County Murders, The Truth About Jim, The Disappearance of Maura Murray, True Detective, Night Country, The Disappearance of Crystal Rogers, The Jinx, Southern Hospitality Season 2, Sophie, A Murder in West Cork, Can I Tell You a Secret, The Devil You Know, Murder Among the Mormons, Missing Kinley, The Disappearance of Natalie Holloway, The Tourist Season 2, Till Murder Do Us Part, Traitor Season 2, Real Housewives of Miami, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Southern Gothic, Feud, Capote versus the Swans, Life and Beth Season 2, The Devil You Know Season 2, Fellow Travelers, RuPaul's Drag Race UK versus the World, The Bachelor, Apples Never Fall, Homicide New York, Files of the Unexplained, Murder Under the Friday Night Lights, Seasons 1 through 3, Fear the Walking Dead Season 7, and Fear the Walking Dead Season 8, and those are all the shows that I've watched in 2024. And as you can see, many of them are not reality TV shows. Like, I, for a while, was binging all the Harlan Coben shows. And so I was like, I want to come over here, and I was thinking on my vacation, I talked about this in my vlog, about what if I started another channel, and I called it Binge with Peter, and it would just be Netflix shows, or HBO Max shows, or Prime shows that I just binge, right? And then I was like, well, I already have a reality TV channel, so why don't I just do it over here? So from now on, this is not going to just be reality TV. It's going to be mostly reality TV. But whatever show I binge, like I just did The Apples Never Fall, and I'll probably do a review of that over here and tell you my thoughts about it, because people always want to know my thoughts about TV shows, because I talk a lot about TV shows on all of my channels, right? And so over here, I will do a dedicated review. Movies are going to stay on my Peter Does Stuff channel, because I'm doing a whole thing on my Peter Does Stuff channel, and I'm doing that video today Doing the Robot, where every Friday I announce a movie that we're going to watch over the weekend. And it's a movie that I grew up with that I love. Every week it's a movie that I grew up with that I loved. And I got like 30 movies already planned out for the rest of the year. I'm so excited about it. So movies are going to stay on my Peter Does Stuff channel. If I go and I see a new movie and I want to do a review of it, that will stay on my review channel. But all TV shows, anything TV will be over here. This will not just be reality TV from now on. I think I'm going to call this channel from now on Peter Watches TV, okay? So, or TV with Peter. Or if you have a suggestion for a new title, put it in the comment section below. I will probably, I don't know, change the title of this channel sometime this weekend. So, I just want to make that very, very clear. Big changes. And if there are shows that you want me to watch, I don't care how old they are. I don't care if it's Grey's Anatomy, okay? I don't care if it's Ozark, because I'm going to go watch that. I don't care if it's whatever. It's Sister-Wives. I'm going to start watching. Whatever show you want me to watch, let me know and I'll do it. And then when I go through a show and I watch like Vanderpump Rules Season 6, even if I'm catching up, I'm going to cover it over here. I'm going to say, these are my feelings about Vanderpump Rules Season 6. If I go back and I'm watching, I don't know, RuPaul's Drag Race Season 2 from 20 years ago, I'm going to do a review of it over here. If I do a new show that just came out, like Files of the Unexplained on Netflix, I will come over here and I will share with you guys what I think about it. Because I watch a lot of new shows. And I have a lot of new shows listed that I want to watch. So please put any recommendations in the comment section below of shows you want me to cover. There are a lot of shows that I consistently watch, like Only Murders in the Building. I'm completely caught up with that. So when those shows come back out, I will watch them again, like The Lincoln Lawyer. Can't wait for the next season. Things like that. So anyway, so this channel's changing a little bit, okay? I know I said it was going to only be reality TV, but it's going to be all TV now, okay? Because I love talking about TV. So I need just one place to do it. So Peter Talks TV, Peter Talks Watches TV, I don't know. What are we going to call it? You got to let me know. Put it in the comment section below. I'm so sad and devastated about Gary and Jerry. Not really. But anyway, let me know what you think about all that in the comment section below as well. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.